Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel, and we got a little bit of some rumors and a little bit of news. I figured I'd pack a couple things into one, and right off the bat, the RTX 3070, 3080 Super. I don't know why they're going this route, because they just released the 3070 Ti and 3080 Ti. Let me pull up the article that I was looking at here. So, NVIDIA RTX 3080 Super could be coming to gaming PCs as well as laptops. So apparently there was a leak, and it was actually from the guy who got the information correct on the 3080 and 3070 Ti leak, the Copite 7 Kimi, claiming that not only laptops will see the super ampere GPUs. I imagine these are going to be LHR because apparently that's the new cool thing to do is to make all new graphics cards LHR or light hash rate. But it seems like maybe the lineup of GPUs is getting kind of cluttered because then that means they're going to be like 3060, 3060 Ti, 3070, 3070 Super, 3070 Ti, 3080, 3080 Super, 3080 Ti, 3090. Like it's just there's a lot of that's a lot of cards. And then I don't know how that's going to line up with like MSRP and if there's even room in between. I mean, I don't even know why we talk about MSRP because we're not paying MSRP. Nobody can get their hands on them. I almost wish they would like just take a step back and quit designing. I mean, obviously you can't stop. Innovation's got to keep happening, but let's focus on building cards that we already have but can't keep up with demand instead of like designing all new cards. Maybe, I don't know. Potentially though, I was talking to a couple people, and 3080 Super dies could actually end up just being, you know, better bend 3080 dies. They may just be phasing out regular 3080s. That's a possibility. Nobody knows at this point. But it gives them a good reason to be like, oh, 3080 supers are all LHR, so they don't have to like designate, because there's a little bit of tricky situation on some of the older cards like 3060 Ti's, 3070s, and 3080s. Those were before the LHR, so the new ones have to be marked, whereas like 3060s were always LHR or always nerfed, so like they don't have to mark those. Maybe that's the angle they're going for. I'm not sure. I guess only time will tell, and when they come out and we can see the actual performance, um, maybe we'll get a little bit of clarification on that. Now, moving onwards into some more news here. GPU supply crisis eases its budget PC, but it's budget PC gamers who could suffer. So this headline grabbed me, and I was like, we'll go through it and kind of um, pick it apart because it's at PCGamer.com, and I'm gonna be honest. A lot of times I feel like they're kind of out of touch with um, honestly the hardware market, and I feel like miners definitely have their ear to the ground a little bit better than I'd say your average gamer. So PC gaming analysts predict a recovery from supply problems, but at the high end only. So high end PC gaming is going to be in rude health as it recovers from the supply problems that have behest our hobby over the last 18 months. There's a certain note of optimism in the latest PC gaming hardware report from noted analysts from John Petty Research, hailing that this recovery is something to be celebrated. Why is it low end? That's going to suffer though. Total high end PC gaming hardware market is been going up. Okay. Gamers with average budgets could not always get what they needed, and new entrants sometimes put off or even worse, abandon the platform or hobby adoption. New entrants are very important in the long-term health of any gaming platform. A stark warning to hardware companies in the PC gaming space that long-term growth is dependent on having products available and priced within reach of mass market consumers. I agree with that somewhat. At the same time, this has been the most expensive time to build or buy a computer in years. I mean, you have to go back multiple generations to even think about when people are spending thousands of dollars like way back, back before the days of like anything modern. I don't know. I don't exactly agree with what they're coming from. The people are going to buy it no matter what price it is, if there's actually supply. Supply is the issue here. It's not the price, because the MSRP on the actual products is not that bad. Yes, it is higher, but it's the scalping. It's the scalping that's really driving a lot of people out of it. And like it's been the hardest to buy anything lately, and people are still buying it. So I don't know. I don't think it's actually going to put off people. Obviously, whenever things come more available, more people will join into it. But yeah, so almost every day on Nvidia, there's another shot of shelves in Micro Centers or Best Buy filled with either 3080 Ti's or 3090 cards. Okay, I have a Best Buy. I have two Best Buys near me. They don't have a single graphics card in them. This is a bold-faced lie. Now, as for micro centers, I have no experience with them because I don't live near a micro center, so I don't actually know if they have inventory. I know there's inventory of higher end AMD cards, but I don't know if you can actually walk in and buy a 3090. But now at Best Buy, I'm actually going to go to Best Buy tomorrow. There's no way they have anything in there except for a GT 710 because that's always what's sitting in there. So I'm gonna be honest, this article doesn't. I think they missed the mark on it a lot. So yeah, Dave James, reach out to me if you see this. I probably won't, but I'd love to actually talk to you and kind of, I don't know, maybe bring you into my realm, which is definitely a little bit more hardware based. Now moving on, and this actually caught my eye because I was looking at buying and building a Gundam build. If you're not familiar with Gundam, it's like a Japanese robot fighting um, anime or whatever. But Asus actually sells Gundam branded parts, so cases, power supplies, water coolers, all that kind of stuff. And limited edition Asus Gundam RTX 3080s are being sold in pre-built mining rigs. So these are already limited edition, hard to find GPUs, and they're going straight into mining rigs. And it's kind of funny because like this whole article on Tom's Guide is like, getting all up in, it's getting its panties in a wad over, oh my God, limited edition, blah, 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 cards are getting put in, sold to miners. But at the end of the day, if they have the access to it and they can buy it, it is a free market. It's capitalism. I mean, is what it is. I'd love to buy one of those cards. They're actually reselling for. Hold on, let me pull them up on eBay here. Let me switch the screen back over. So a Gundam 3080. Let's go to best match here. A Gundam 3080 are going over 2,000. So it looks like 2,100, 2,200. These are expensive and pretty sought after cards right now. What's even, in my opinion, harder to get your hands on is the Gundam PC case. Oh, okay. Actually, I guess the cases are becoming available now. 1,000, 800, 799. Okay, so it looks like there's three of them for sale. But imagine paying $1,000 for basically a normal case. Like it's just got a Gundam thing on the front. It's pretty cool looking, but like if this didn't have Gundam on it, this would be like a $100 case at most. So yeah, it's actually a Helios. So if you just search the Asus ROG Strix Helios, it's the same case without the Gundam branding, and I think it's like a $100 case. I don't know, 300 bucks. Okay. So, oh, here's one. This is a pre-owned one, so it's used. But yeah, same case, just 120 bucks. Know what I'm saying? But yeah. So, that's pretty much it. On the old like, new side of things, there's really nothing new. Basically, that's how the cookie crumbles. Now, a quick update for you guys that made it all the way to the end of the video. It wasn't really noteworthy to make a video on, but the power company just called for locates to come out. So that means they're getting fairly close to being able to come out and actually dig the line in the ground. The locate guy came out today. I saw him while I was outside. I was actually moving some stuff back to the garage. He was spraying, and I'm like, what are you spraying for? And he's like, oh, they're putting in another power line. And I'm like, yes, they are. And I'm just getting all pumped for it. And he's like, yeah, you're gonna have a nice garage back there. And I'm like, yes, yeah. He's like, what kind of cars you work on? I'm like, I got a Honda Civic, and I lost him there because he's like a Camaro guy. But anyway, I was still pumped because it's just one more step along the way. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. I'll probably be up late if you want to come and chat on Discord or that kind of thing. Link is down below in the description. Adios.